Episode 18, or broadcast number 18. Got this from my dad for Christmas. I didn't know he was getting it. I knew he was getting it, but I didn't know when it arrived that it was for me. But it's very, very good. I do like cubes. Harder than I expected it to be. So, nearly done it. So, yeah, idea for today is to I need to do something with that as well. So if I move that to the top, the title disappears. Look at that, all these little things I never bothered with, but I should really try and do. So last time we ran this, we've got the ghosts moving, we've got the ghosts chasing me to a degree. And you can see I've put this up just purely because it should come out quicker. I wanted to show as well that I've got this thing up on the right, which will be smartening it up. The ghosts are animating. Although you don't see it, they actually are, and I'm going to have to sort that out by see, they are changing, and I'm going to have to sort that out. Oopsie, 100%, because when you look at it like that, they don't seem to be. See, he's trying to get me. But the screen stuff, it was just done on the I'm now using beta 6. He's fixed the background, which is great. So I can load the character set in. And I've done I did this all manually, but I also added an extra couple of characters in. So we've got this one, which is the lives one, and this one that goes between Pacman. Should be yellow. And then I exported it, because also if you look on here, these are the wrong coloured dots, but I've done that so I can still show people that they are actually the wrong coloured dots, but I corrected it on the right on the actual game. The other thing I've mentioned to him is oh yeah, so this bit here, if you don't click this on the export, you don't get any colour data. But I said what should happen if it's not ticked, this should be greyed out. It shouldn't be clickable. So it's going to fix that, because I've not come across that issue before, but AJ's going to fix that. He's fixed all the other bugs though, he said, that he found. Oh yeah, because one of them was when you compile, he used to compile with odd names. And no, I've done that output. So it's now calling it by, it looks like the project name. Because I think we had one that when I ran a project file straight from the command line, straight from Explorer, which loads up C64, and yeah, it was coming up with some really weird stuff. So he's done all that. So it's getting there. So yeah, there were the changes I've made, and then I looked at my. Have I got it handy? My bomber program, I looked at using the score. I looked at Grey Defender's video, which is excellent, because I think that's where I got my original from, and because I was trying to re-understand how it all works, and it uses the decimal system. let me find it, because I'm sure I've it'll be in my history. Here it is, his game scoring tutorial. It's brilliant. I still don't understand some bits. And I was speaking to him, and he said that it might be, this is the bit I don't understand about. He's saying it's to set the index on the right. So you could just LDX 7 there, and then he goes through it. He's done it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters. So when he had all the so long and short of it is, this is the score number, so he's loading it up by a point. He's adding that to digit, comma, x, and x is 7, so he's adding 1 to that, and then storing it in that. And because the carry is clear, the carry will be set, because this no longer uses hex, it uses decimal, because it's been set to decimal here. So 99 becomes 100, which actually then changes that to a 0 plus 1 in the carry. And when you go through to the next number, DEX, which is the 6th number in the thing, he loads it. He adds nothing to it, but there's still 1 in the carry, which adds the 1 to that, so that becomes 96, 0, 0. So when you look at the memory, it's 95, 95, 96, 0, 0. And you just literally just have to work. Although it looks like it's in hex, it's purely in decimal. Find his C64 gaming videos tutorial for because he does some other ways of doing it. Now, what I have done is, so there's 2 things we need to do for scoring, and that is when we go over a power pill, when we go over a dot, we need to make a point, and when we go over a special dot, we need it to go up. So when he's basically, long and short of it, when he's eating the dots, we want him to score points. So where is it? Where does it recognize where he's eating? Here it is. So when he, this is why also the colours change, because, actually I'll tell you the other thing that would be wrong is, I might also change it now before I forget. The font's too small. Yep. I haven't set it up, I only did this last night. So at least you can see it all now. So when we're so in the, we're getting Pacman to check where he is, seeing what's underneath it. Yeah. So we know 3B is a dot. Because it's here, and then we've got the special dot, which is here. So 4, 9 and 3B, we want them to score points. Now because I've been working on it today, I've already done some stuff, and I've put some code in and hidden it out. So 3B, 4, 9. So I put dot and clear behind, special dot behind. It was special space behind, and that's all it was. And it special space behind and clear behind. Clear behind just literally put a space in it. Sorry, an empty square. So what I want to do is put 10 points on it. So I have created we've got a score table. This is where the score's being held. We've got a points flag here, is in 56. So what we do is, if we've got a standard dot behind, which is what's the first one? Yeah, dot and clear behind. I am putting it into decimal mode. I'm loading 1 into points and then coming out of decimal mode. So now the constant holds 1 point in decimal mode, and when I do the special dot behind, oh, and then it carries on to the clear dot behind, so it just carries on. I've done the same for the special dot behind. Here, still a 1 point, and then it carries on doing its clear dot behind, clear space behind. And then the next thing we want to do is so that's done when it's doing its check. What I need to do after that is get it to here. Ghost routines. We want to add the score and then JSR display score. They're the two functions, and they're in the routines. And I think I have. Oh, crumbs! Yeah. Let me go back one step, because if I minimize, the other thing I'd left it, and I wasn't sure what was going on or why. Comment out. I can run this because there's nothing being added that won't work. When I start off, Pacman wasn't appearing, and that is because when Pacman moves, the pack flag's set, and when it's 1, 2, 3 or 4, we then do the animation. So what we did was, this is how I figured it out. Pack flag is either 1, 2, 3 or 4, but if I've not pressed anything, then it will be set to 0, which means no key pressed. With the no key being pressed, because the pack flag hasn't been set, I'm going to change it to go jump to that. Oh, jump to no key pressed. And I don't know why I did that. Comment that out. So what it will do is it loads up the left animation for left and right if there's no key pressed, and then it will return. And that fixed that specific problem. And it sets the pack flag to be, does it set it to be 0? No. It just, because it's not 1, 2, 3 or 4. Hey Dockster! Because it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, I can now sit there. It's doing the left animation. And theoretically, although it doesn't, I haven't pressed the key there, it still remembers that the pack flag's set. So that should never occur again, because the pack flag will always be something. But at least I'm now getting it so it displays right at the beginning. So let's put those back in. So the first thing we do, we've got the score in the points. We're loading up points with 1, and I know I have, well, I got rid of it. I have. There's a the ghosts. There's 2 things set up for the ghosts. So the first one is when the ghost goes over a specific type of square, which this is beta 6 now, so it's actually a dot or an empty space, which is different. So at every one of these junctions, a space, so not actually, I don't think it's here, it's just dawned on me. Character address, what is under it? I can't see. Do you know what? It doesn't tell me what character's under. I wonder if it should. So I have a square, an empty square, which is on a different character, and the same with this dot. These dots exist wherever. Oopsie. Interesting. Why is that yellow? Why has that gone black? Because I've not selected it, I selected the square. That's why. I thought I might have found another bug. So this square here, change it back to blue, has that character on it, same with that. And then I have this space, which is one there. There is one there actually, I've just realised. There will be one here. And the idea is when the ghost goes over it, the ghost, where is it? I've just been looking. Oh, here. So what is under the ghost worth for checking? It's this one here, and it's checking for 3B, which is a dot, 49, which is a special dot. If it is a 49 or 4A, which is the special square, they both go to say, are we going to change direction? Because it knows it's at a junction then. It doesn't know which way it can go. And I'm going to probably smarten that up. But at the moment, at that point, are we going to change direction? Is... I don't know. Here. And that checks. So this loads a random number. If that number is greater than 240, wrong. If that number is less than 240, it doesn't change direction. Are we going to change direction? If it's less than 240, then we're not. If it's greater than 240, then yes, we are. Because the carry's set. So if it's less than 240, we're not going to change direction, and it just carries. Oh yeah, it's just going to go somewhere. What it does do, if it's greater than that, it will do another random number, and then say, "Oh, we're going to chase the Pacman." Correct. Yes. It just lets them know purely that there's a junction there, so there's a multiple amount of different directions, but it doesn't know which direction. And if it, so if it is going to change direction, then wants to know, are we going to chase after Pacman? And if it is going to chase after Pacman, it will make the ghost move up or down closer to Pacman, and left and right going closer to Pacman. Otherwise, it just picks a random direction. However, what it will do then is, after all that, it goes back to the ghost directions and update, which then checks, can we actually move in that direction? And if we can't move in that direction, it will go through the whole thing again and choose a new direction, and it will choose a new direction and then see, are we going to chase Pacman, are we not? And that's said, I just wanted to get it going roughly. But it does seem to work. And I did test it on one that the ghost was in the square in the middle for ages, and then I moved up to the top and it popped out, and then eventually it sort of found its way towards me. I could see it coming towards me. It's very rudimentary at the moment, but no, it does. I wouldn't say it works perfectly, but they do come after you. But my intention is that I want to make one stronger at coming after you and than others, which means I'm going to give the ghost some sort of personality. There's a load of stuff to do for it, but but at the moment they're all being treated the same. The intention is that we'll get the randomness done. No, I will get the ghosts to have their own memory locations for this, and then I can alter that. Then I can alter then, say this one's more active at trying to get you than the other one, because apparently there's one that if you charge towards it, it will turn around and go away. Never knew that. But I'm not going to make it exactly the same. I think that's probably still beyond my skill set, because I'm still struggling with some of these things here. But I will, I'm going to try and get some of it done. Yeah, it will be my version. Right, so what I did was I looked at Gray's video, and I came up with this for adding the score. And so this sets the carry flag. We've got 3 score locations down here. So we've got this will be units, tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. Which, because everyone puts it as 10, I've said fuck it, I'm putting it as 1, so that you'll never have it'll go up properly. Each dot is worth 1. So we are. Oh, I don't need this. I did say to him, I did ask him, and he said no, it doesn't need to be done. So the reason why I did it was because I make big mistakes, and I take ages trying to understand it, and I don't like always trying to figure it out. When yes, BCD score, that's what Gray was doing, and that's what I've looked at. So this too is going to be an index number for the score here. And then this SED sets it into decimal mode. We'll clear the carry. We're loading points. So in pack stuff, when we are eating a dot, we set it into decimal mode, load 1 into points, clear the decimal. So we know that's 1. And then it's adding to the score, comma x, which at the moment is 2. So it's adding the contents of that to score. So that will add into here 1, because that's 0, 1, 2. So that's x is 2. So that will go up by 1. When that gets to 99, this is the clever bit which we already explained. It will then decrease x, and then we will load nothing, because the carry gets set when it gets to 99, because 99 becomes 100. So there'll be 0, 0 in there and 1 in the carry, and this is where the carry gets in, and so this gets used, and this goes round into a loop. So we can basically score up to just under 1 million. and then so that's just simply a loop. And then every time it's done all that, once it's finished, we load 0 into points, because I don't want anything to be in points until Pacman's done something to set it to be points. Strawberry, eating a ghost, whatever. So that's all that routine. It ends the decimal point, goes back decimal mode, and goes back. And then to display the points, I'm going to smarten this up. This is very rudimentary and it does work, but I am going to change it. So literally, I can close that now because I don't want to save it. But to display the score, we're doing the index. We're going from right to left. From left to right. We're loading the score in from the X, which we know for right away it's going to be 0, 0. And this is then just taking, because I've only got 5 digits in the score. Oh, it's up to 99,999. I'm only displaying 5 numbers. So this is masking off the right number. We're ORing it with to turn it into an ASCII, and then I'm storing it. So I can change this into a table. I can change. Oh, that is already into as part of a table. And then we can do the most significant parts. So I know I can shorten this, but this is a logical. So this is the second character because we're increasing it. I can put this into a loop. This is a logical shift ref right of by 4 times to bring the number down, or it's basically that's all it's doing is making it displayable. Yeah, so this is the only way I know how to do it at the moment. I would like to. I was looking to see he's done some other methods. This one I understood mostly, so that's why I've used it. It would be good to try and get. I'm trying to think if John did one. He did do one, didn't he, for Neptune Lander? I think it's the same way, but anyway, but this works. So when I move Pacman around now, he will give me a score as he eats the dots. What I need to do is trace the amount of dots and keep check on that. So then, so that we know then when the screen's finished. But if I go to 100, you'll see it just move across. There we go. And that's where that carry comes in useful. And the reason why I need to keep track of the dots is that's the only way I know that a dot is being eaten. Because at the moment it's just displaying something behind it, and I can't keep the score. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what I can do though. I've got 209 dots on the screen. $209 dots on the screen. $209. It just increment straight from the screen score. Oh right. I haven't. Did I ever watch him do that? See, channel is so advanced and I sometimes get lost. I'll have to try and see if I can find that in Let's Play a Game. Let's Make a Game, I think it was. Or it might be in his making a game in 16 hours. I'll have a look at it. Because I understand a bit more, but he just motors along. 209 D1. Dot count. So oh, it won't be D1, it'll be D0. So I can now LDA so if I'm decreasing the dot count in both of these, what is pack space behind? I don't think that needs to be I don't know why I put that there. Unless it's to stop the go. No, I don't know why that's got to be there. So I wonder if I can do something in here. And this would be to load dot count. Would that work? So that would effectively reset the game. But it means my count would be right. Hey Prince, and yes there is. And Proton Fig. Oh my god, they're coming in. This was donated to me from Belgium. So it's got other sort of Belgian characters on the keyboard, only on a few. But yes, this came from a gentleman in Belgium who no longer had it. He's given me a 1541, a MPS 801 printer, and I just paid for the postage to come over, and yeah, I donated some money to charity for it. So got that the wrong way around, didn't I? So yeah, I was I was lucky, and it is working. I've got to I don't use it much at the moment because I need to get it recapped. So I'm sending it off to Mutant Camels to get done. But yeah, it works great. It's got my bit bucket it's got my bit bucket cartridge in it. That works well with it as well. Um, so, so yeah, in the new year I've got another shelf, so I'm going to be able to clear some more stuff out and get that working. So I've just put in a thing that counts all my dots, and if it does eat all my dots, then I'm hoping it will restart the game, but that means my dot count's then correct. Oh. Yes, Andy, thank you. Although this isn't working as I expected. So that's 208. I don't understand then. That's right. Um, the new development environment. What's the new development environment? That would be great. That would be really, really great. Let's see if I can figure that out. So I've got it in $1.57. So there's D0. Oh, I know what it's doing. 8-0. There we go. No, it's because I've done a branch on minus. I need to make it. Is it B and E? Because of course when it goes to that. Bunch if not equal, do not reset the game. What's this new development environment? Looks like I'm actually playing a game, doesn't it? Ooh! 2 away, 2 away. It's 2 away. D2. It's 2 away. Oh boy. Cheers, Doc. I'll have a look. Ah, bollocks. So I need to be one away. But that will work then. So oh boy. Oh, right. So this doesn't use BCD then? Except oh boy. So yeah, got that. So I know that will now reboot. That will reset. So that's the next thing. That'll be something else I can start looking at doing, which is to when you go through the levels and you'll be redoing all the dots. I can do collisions. I sort of do the states for the ghosts. But I thought I wanted to get this up just so that it started to make it, yeah, just makes it a little bit more like a game. There we go. Okie dokie. See, did you see him going, they do come after me. They'll have a tendency now to come up to this corner. I still got that skip in the corner to do. And I want to smooth them out, so there we go. Brilliant. 2 screens work, so that means that'll always work. Got rid of the ghost today, didn't I? So, so I can recognise when that's done. So I think the next one is to recognise if the ghosts hit Pacman. Bloody hell. Midget flies. Thanks, Doc. Oh. So here is where we can so that's going to be simple routine is I can check. I never normally do this, but a memory location. Five three two 7 8. Oh, you cock. 5327 DO1E. Now I think I haven't got it in this book. I think it's done bit by bit, isn't it? Is that what they are? Those tiny midgety flies? We've seen loads of them. We don't know where they're coming from. Oh, I've got dirty glasses. They're just tiny. Ugh. Sprites are cut. Right, yeah, it's Sprite. Right, right, it is, so it's that one I need to, and ah, thank you. Um, is that good? I wonder if that would work. I've got them downstairs, not in my room. I don't have any plants. My wife likes the plants, and they're in the kitchen. But they're in her bedroom. And oh no, she does have plants in her bedroom. In our bedroom, got some cactus and some little plants. But in the kitchen, she's got a bonsai tree and some other plants. But up here, diddly squat, just an open window. I wonder if that will work. So I think if I hit a sprite, eh? That wasn't meant to happen. That was. Oh, I know why. I know why that's happening. That happened at the beginning because the sprites are enabled and they're in the top right hand corner. Which means where do I... That's when I enable them. Oh, which means my... So that's... I know, I want to leave it in. Because that's just going to make it... I wonder how high a fly will fly. Fucking idiot. So main, so that's why I want to stop it. At that point. No, I want to stop it where? Check go. Oh, it's in the main, isn't it? So it's 3 up from the bottom of the list. It's that one. So right now, then, I don't understand how that's a 1. Interesting. I will give that a go. So that will be would it be here? Right, okay. So it will be here. No, I wasn't sure. I didn't know about that. I don't really use this. No. And I've definitely done it right with the right. Because it's only when the ghost hits me. So, I'm going to have to check right from the beginning. No, because I've done that and to trap it on my okay, so that is doing it. So that's loaded it. DO1E. No, the only sprite I'm checking against is Pac. D-O... is 0. D01E oh. Oh, hang on, that's no, that's because I'm not, that's not right. D01E is 12. So it does change. Now, so if I reset this and stop it, at this point, so that's a 0. Which is fine. And then what are we doing? So I've stopped it at this point. So I need to stop it at that one now, which is the third up. This one. And that says it's 1F. And that will be because Ghost 2 and Ghost 3 are on top of each other, and so is, but Ghost 4 is, oh! Ghost 4 isn't. So the fact that these two are on top of each other, that will then make this, which is fine. Because then I will what do? It will load D01E, which is 1F. It's going to AND it with 01. Now, yep, 1F. Because 1F date, that's sprite the background, isn't it? Yep. Don't care about sprite the background. Accumulate sets to 1. Okay. Look at that, they're all set to 1. But this is reading it at the point I need to read it. It's when I start the game, it's 0. You see, DL1E is 0 there. Oh no, because if I go to 14, so we're I don't know where we are now. Oh, we're here. So DL1E is now 0. I don't understand though why it becomes 1F. See, right here it's 1F. And that means all the sprites are touching each other. Now I can imagine the ghosts are touching each other, but not the Pacman. I don't know why Pacman's showing as touching. And that's the bit oh. Hang on, but oh, okay. Okay, still changes. It's So if I pause it here, reboot it, and then I'm at the point before I start checking wrong this one DO1E. Is set to an F. So if I pause it here, restart the game, that's still a 1F. And if I do it here, still a 1F. And if I load X, it's a 1F. I'm sure that when I changed that to fucking hell. I'm convinced that when I do that, it's set to 0, 0. Here. Look, set to 0. If I do a restart, F11, load. Right, so see, it's set to 0 because I've set it to be 0 here. And if I go to stop it before here, it's changed to 1F. That's what I've just done. This is before it gets to the routine that does a sprite to sprite collision, but the sprite to sprite collision is already detecting all 5 sprites are touching, but they're not, because my Pacman is in 88BA and all these are elsewhere. So these might be touching, but Pacman isn't. I don't understand this. Why it's showing. So when I go to the next bit, which is here, which is loading DO1E, which I know is Control and G. No. Oh wow, didn't know that. That's what I was trying to do. Sorry, when I said I was trying to do, this is what I was trying to half point it. So this will run now until So that's paused at that point. I know that's okay. And then I'm going to run each of those routines one by one. See, it's at 1F. It's got to and go back to 12. So oh, nice. Shortcuts. So this is where I set it to be 0. And it didn't store it. I've never seen this. I've never seen that. My god, that becomes so good. You should do a video on how to use this debugger. Right, so I don't know where the sprites are. I'm not brilliant at using this debugger. There is it's not that one. That one. This one I think will show the sprites. And I need to I'm going to stop it. I'll stop it at that point. Reload. Now, so I don't know why all the sprites are up there. Oh yes, I do, because look, they're all at the same position, because I've oh, look at that. You can do it on here as well. So those 5 sprites are enabled. I want to set up the ghosts, but I've set up the ghosts to I didn't think I was, because I've set them up here. But this is not the sprite position. This is the ghost X and Y position. So when I set up the ghost, this is just setting up the directions. And I think it's display ghosts. Yeah, display ghosts is when it is it not display ghosts? Display ghost. Because that will that'll update the sprites with the right. Well, that's not right. Oh, because yeah, it's not right. Because I know, okay, what I need to do. That's not going to work, because I'm not displaying the ghosts. I'm displaying the ghosts one on each loop. No, DO1E should be set automatically when two sprites collide. I was forcing it to change to 0. I shouldn't need to change it to 0, but it's because it's happening because when the sprites are turned on, they're all in the top left hand corner, because they don't get put in until I actually go through each of the display ghosts cycle. So there is a point that there will be a moment where Pacman and each of those 4 ghosts are all touching each other, which is why it's been set to 1F. So what I need to do is that was a big one. Oops. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to separate them on the top. Actually, they don't have to be separated by a lot. Oh, you've all fallen down. Ooh. Sorry, don't bang your heads. not the best way of doing it, but so we've got 5 sprites, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that should separate them, which means I shouldn't need to reset that anyway, because it shouldn't be set. So Doc gets 2,000 AMK points. So that's it. So oh no, I want to keep that in, don't I? Let's see if I can get around without it flickering. That must be happening too quick then. Why have I got that tune in my head? You better watch out, you better not cry. Santa Claus is coming to town. It certainly is. Catching bugs while coding. Got it. Hungry lasagna, do. What? That's me. That was a big one. I thought you were going to give me some information. I don't want to watch myself. Oh, okay. That's good news about you testing the new debugger. This is beta 6 of CBN Program Studio, and he's fixed most of the bugs that I found. So I think I gave him one yesterday. Is that a picture of Shalon? Lol. What the fuck is that? I'm sure that... I thought I would have sworn that was Shalon. Okay. I don't know what LUL means either. Right. Oh yeah. So I put the thing back in, so it will increase the screen background. All right. Oh. Well, there you go. That proper works now. Got myself a game of sorts. I see. I'm so batshit shit at this, aren't I? Shannon Shimmer. What the fuck's a Shannon Shimmer? Huh. So I've got a score. So I've got a score going. I've got it detecting when I get hit. I've got to do the lives routine. Oh! I've got to do a fruit thing, haven't I, at some point? I'm trying to think of the major big things of the game. Because then after that it's just fine tuning, isn't it? Look, do you see how they're all sort of hanging near me? They're not wandering off. Oh, look, the orange one has. He'll come back down though. So what I was going to do then was go up to this sort of corner and see if they all start coming over to me. Because it is only left, right, up and down that they do, so it will take a bit of time to get there, but that's why I want to try and get a bit more intelligence in. That's something I've got to do as a tunnel, so the ghost can go through the tunnel. Fuck off, thank you. Oh, it is. So sorry. Oh look, you see, you're looking at my teddy bear. It's 50 years old. That teddy bear. I found it at my mum's house. Or my sister found it at my mum's house, I should say. Oh boy. Well, I've got my Amiga you can look at as well. I've got to put a shelf up. That's my there's my Amiga setup, and that's my printer and my C128. And yeah, and that works great. But again, I've got to get that recapped so I don't try and use it too much. But I've got a GoTech, and I think there's a 68040 or 50 in there. Come on. That's light stuck on. Oh, there we go. I've got a light on the cam and it sticks on, it just goes on my eyes. Yeah. So I think probably the next bit will be I think the next thing to do are the power pills. Nice. That's an Amiga 500. My parents have my Amiga 500 and I got fed up waiting for it, so I picked this one up for about £80. And I picked up my stuff from home that I knew where it was. So I've got the Kamana. I've got a couple of Kamana external disk drives. There's one here and there's one up there. So I think I had the internal one and two external ones. And I used those. I got the extra two so I could play Formula One Grand Prix on it, the Jeff Crammond one. Um, and I didn't like doing all that because there was 4 discs with it, and I just didn't like doing all the disc swapping. Um, and I knew where they were, so I've got that. I've got this, and I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll keep my parents' one mint. I've got Retro Bright to do the keyboards, so I'm going to do all that in the summer. But I got impatient. I wanted to play with it, so um, I opened it up, checked everything, turned it on, smelt nothing bad. But I will get the capacitors done, and I've got a new power supply for that. I've got a new power supply for the 128. I've got a new power supply for my 64. And the bread bin 64 I've got is not mine. My one's up there. No, it's not. It's up there now. That's why I need to get another shelf up here so I can put more stuff out. See, I've also got my dad's camera, medium format camera. It's a Yashica 635, and it's proper lovely. Still works. And I'm going to get some get some film for that. I've still got my dark room upstairs in the attic, so I do black and white developing. But yeah, I want to put that out on a shelf because it's lovely. I have the Commodore 64 one is black. And I think the Amiga one is black, and the 128 one is from a different company, C64 Lover. And I think it's because the one I would normally have got, I think it was from Poland. It didn't have anything. So I've got two black ones and a grey one, but the 128 one is a grey one. So, yes. I need to go into tunnels. See, I haven't done the speed bit yet either, but I think the next thing to do is the power. There's a power pill. Oh, but I can't. Oh, let's see if he's fixed it. Oh, he hasn't fixed that. Yes. Really good point. He's not fixed that. OSK. The new sprite overlay is not working still. So if I do that, do that, so if I click on new, that should go to 19. Oh, it's not right. So set that back. 19 is there, and then paste it. So this is going to become, oh, that's interesting. So the only thing I can do is set the sprite color to be blue. Oh, I don't know what to do with this. How's this going to work? Oh! Oh! You cockwomble! I don't care! Of course it can change. Of course I can make it change because I'm changing all 4 sprites. So that will become blue. That will become yellow. Wrong. That will become blue. This will become yellow. This will become blue. No, he said that he was beta testing a new version of. He's testing a new build of C64 debugger at the moment, so there'll be one coming along. And then this will be that. So that now becomes to 20. You can build your own layout. That's a proper new release. Wow. So the ghost being eatable, I need to now have a so now yeah, because I thought he's been doing, hasn't he been doing he's been doing little updates, I'm sure, of the C64 debugger, the current version, because I think it was up to 64, 68 or something. Anyway, um, so in here I'm going to um, yeah, but then look at CVM Program Studio, that hasn't been released for nearly 2 years. It's still in the betas, so but it is good that it's still being worked on. Um, Actually, I don't know if I should do this here. I don't think I should. I think that starts getting it messy. Um, think this is right. That will reset it back. So if they are eatable, we're loading on it. If it's not equal to 0, yes, they are eatable, so we decrease it, we load it, we check to see if it is now, and if it isn't now, it'll go back. If they are now, it'll reset the multicolours back to what they were. I think that's okay. That means they are eatable, and at that point, it's not 6, is it? Oh. It is 6. Where does 7 come into it then? That definitely oh no, not Ghost. That definitely becomes a 6. Okay, I don't know. Let's see what happens. So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I thought I could decrease her. Yeah, look, DECPACY, pack Y equals that. So if oh, you cockwomble. So, does this change? They kind of do, don't they? So it is right, but I've got the wrong colours set up. Oh, look at that. That's why. So, so the 6 needs to become the bottom 6 needs to become a 7. That becomes a 6. And then the SP colds. So this is going to become a routine. So ghosts, that goes there, and that one and then I need to alter the ghost state at some point, and on pack stuff it's going to get rid of that line, that, and there we go. I think now the ghosts will change. 22:07, time to go. Look, look, look. They look shit. I don't need a separate ghost. Can't be done again. I think I'm going to call it a night now. Because then I need to make them flash. What does it do? What does he do? Okay. Flash is cyan. Flash is cyan. So here So I'm going to make it check. I'm going to make it check to before it flashes. So 7 flash queue compare. So what I can do is, this is it flashing blue. So in here I'll have this will be cyan. Cyan is a different number. Three. So that will be a 3. Oh, right. Okay. So I think after this works, I'm gonna call it a night. Right. Well, it did flash. I can make it go quicker. Right, I'm off. Thanks for joining me. Night all. And it was great having you tonight. So yeah, take care. I'll see you soon. Trot.